All right, let's talk about something you've definitely heard of, something that's totally shaken up the world of money: Bitcoin. You've heard the name, you've probably seen the headlines, but what is it really? Who's behind it, and what is all the fuss about? Well, we're going to break it all down.
Okay, to start, I want you to do a little thought experiment with me. Just imagine a totally new kind of money. A type of money that no government prints and no single bank has any control over.
And get this, it only exists digitally. It's not something you can hold in your hand. Sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, right? Well, in a nutshell, that's Bitcoin.
So let's get right into it. What is this digital currency anyway?
At its heart, Bitcoin is a digital currency. That means no physical coins, no paper bills. But here's the really mind-bending part. It's not controlled by a central authority, like a bank or a government. Instead, it's run by a huge global network of its own users.
And the magic that makes all of this possible is a seriously groundbreaking technology called the blockchain.
So, how in the world does this work? Stick with me here. The easiest way to think about the blockchain is to imagine a massive shared Google Sheet that everyone in the world can see, but absolutely no one can secretly change. When you make a transaction, it gets announced to this huge network of computers. Those computers then verify it's legit, and once they agree, it's added as a new block onto a long chain of transactions. And once it's there forever. It's a permanent record.
And that structure is what gives the blockchain its superpowers. It's transparent because everyone can see the ledger. It's decentralized since no one person or company is in charge. And it's incredibly secure because to cheat the system, you'd have to somehow change the record on thousands of computers all at the same time. Good luck with that. So, who came up with this crazy, world-changing idea? Well, that's where the story gets really interesting and dips into one of the biggest mysteries in tech. The world was introduced to Bitcoin back in 2008 by a person, or maybe a group of people, using this name, Satoshi Nakamoto. But here's the thing.
The original plan, the white paper, dropped in 2008. The whole network went live in 2009. For a couple of years, Satoshi was active online, talking to other developers, and then, poof, they were gone, just vanished. To this day, nobody has any idea who Satoshi really is. They left behind a revolutionary technology and a total mystery.
Okay, so if there isn't a central bank just printing out Bitcoin, where does it come from? It's created through a process that's called mining. And no, we're not talking about pickaxes and hard hats here. In the crypto world, mining means using incredibly powerful computers to solve ridiculously complex math problems. Picture this. All over the world, these super powerful computers are in a constant, high-stakes race to solve a cryptographic puzzle. It's just a brutal competition of processing power. The very first one to crack the code wins the right to verify the next block of transactions. And for all that hard work and all that electricity, they get a reward. Brand new, freshly created Bitcoin. That's literally how new coins enter the system. Now, here's a number that is absolutely fundamental to how Bitcoin works. 21 million. That's it. That is the maximum number of Bitcoin that will ever exist. Period. This hard limit is baked right into Bitcoin's DNA. It's what makes it scarce, kind of like a precious metal like gold. And to make sure it sticks to that limit, there's a special event called the halving that happens about every 4 years. It cuts the reward for mining a block in half. So over time, it gets harder and harder to create new Bitcoin, which just reinforces that limited supply. So we know what it is and how it's made. But why do millions of people buy it, sell it, and trade it every single day? What's the motivation? Well, it pretty much boils down to 4 big reasons. Some people see it as an investment, like digital gold, hoping its scarcity makes its value go up over time. Others just love that it's decentralized, offering freedom from the traditional banking system. For a lot of people, it's a way to protect their wealth from inflation. And of course, you've got the speculators, traders just looking to make a profit from those wild price swings. But, and this is a huge but, you have to look at the other side of the coin here. For all the excitement about digital gold and financial freedom, the risks are very real. Bitcoin's price is famous for being super volatile. It can jump up or crash down in a single day. There's absolutely no guarantee of profit, and the rules and regulations are different all over the world. Okay, so let's zoom out for a second and look at the bigger picture. Beyond the daily price drama, what's Bitcoin's real lasting impact? Look, whether you love it or hate it, you just can't deny Bitcoin's impact. It introduced the entire world to the idea of decentralized finance, or DeFi. It made the concept of truly owning something digital a reality.
It kicked off a massive wave of innovation around blockchain tech, and of course, it opened the door for the thousands of other cryptocurrencies that came after it. It really did change the game.
And all of this brings us to the final, multi-trillion-dollar question. After everything we've talked about, is Bitcoin actually the future of money? Or is it a really cool, fascinating digital trend that's eventually going to fade away? Honestly, that's the debate that's still raging on.
Hey, if this explainer helped you get a better handle on what Bitcoin is all about, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts, and definitely subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you in the next one.